So welcome back to Electric Vehicles channel, my dear friends. I am Krishna Chaitanya Mandela, and today's guest is the CEO of Emote Electric, Mr. Pranav Singanpalli. So firstly, Mr. Pranav, thanks for having me with Electric Vehicles channel.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
And my first question to you, Emote Electric unveiled the Surge 10K electric bike in 2018. Later, you have uploaded one video in 2019. Then you started taking pre-bookings for your electric bike in June 2020. And later you messaged your customers on March 26, 2021, where you mentioned our best estimated delivery date is for September 2021. Forget about these delivery dates. So far there are no test rides, no launch, no updates about Surge 10K. Then how come a customer can believe in Emote Electric, or how can they believe in Surge 10K electric bike?
Well, one thing is we unveiled it in 2018, but we were pretty clear there that this is quite a bit far away from production. When we started taking the pre-orders, that's when we thought, okay, well, we can see some clarity. Yes, we can get it within maybe 6 months or so. Now it's just been unfortunate timing that it just so happened during the COVID first wave, and then the last email went out was March, which was just before the COVID second wave. And I think we've just been victim of unfortunate timing. So we are, I know that I suppose people would want an update. But the reason, again, I don't want to have a repeat of the same thing that happened last time, wherein we said something and then we immediately got struck with the second wave. We were afraid about that happening with the third wave. So this time we want to make sure that we have all the components precisely in place before we commit to a particular date. So that's where we are right now. Test rides, as far as test rides are concerned, we have been offering them to people who do walk up to our office. But then off late, we have not been able to do that because a lot of people started, walking up. And it took away a lot of our time and resources into, giving these few people test rides. Because as of now, we don't have a customer support or marketing department. Right now, we're all into R&D and production. So that's why we had to discourage test rides.
Starting from Torque Motors, Emote Electric, now Ola Electric, Simple Energy, all these startups are delaying their delivery dates. Don't you think the steps from electric vehicle startups will damage the Indian electric vehicle industry reputation by continuously delaying the delivery dates of an electric scooter or electric bike?
Yes, well, it is unfortunate that should happen, but the fact of the matter is that there are quite a few presumptions built into a certain delivery date that we target for, and sometimes they don't work. So if you see the funding environment and VC support for electric vehicles in India is just non-existent. It's not like how it's there in, say, the US. So apart from a couple of big names, no one really has raised any significant amount of money.
But sorry to say, if you say that there is no support like US, then how come your customers still staying for Surge 10K, right? There is still support for you.
Customer support is there. That we agree. Customer support is definitely there. In fact, we're quite pleased with that. What I'm saying is the VC funding support is not there. So generally the assumption is that if you can show that you've got a certain amount of, say, orders or pre-bookings, then you can expect that you can raise some amount of money. But that does not really come through. Now, what really makes things more complicated in this is that it's a capital intensive industry, especially if you're making your own product. So if you're making your own product, then the upfront investment that you have to do is quite high. For many companies who just import knockdown kits, assemble and sell it here, it's not a barrier because they can work with 1 crore in capital, and that's perfectly fine. But for someone like us who has got hundreds of suppliers and so many new components, it becomes quite difficult for us to one is get the suppliers to deliver on time. So in fact, we've got one supplier who it's been over a year and they've not delivered the prototype parts for us. and that's a big name. That's a listed company. So yeah, even though we don't want this to happen, but sometimes it just happens because new product development, it does sometimes happen. So I don't think
Can I tell you like this? Because of the COVID-19, definitely most of the people lives got affected. But for electric vehicle startups in India, they are enjoying the COVID-19 just to escape the delivery dates, isn't it?
I don't think it is that. See, the thing is, it does affect everyone, and especially it has affected manufacturing sector quite a bit. And it's not just us, it's not just the startups, it's even the big companies that have not been able to deliver products, or they have had to delay things quite a bit, or cut down production because of the aftershocks or the ripple effects of the COVID-19. So the whole chip crisis you see, or the container shortages that you see, that's all due to the disruption caused by COVID. And we're still suffering from that. So the biggest issue here is that we're still suffering from that.
Just a moments back ago, you said funding is the main problem for electric vehicle startup, especially when they're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
That's okay. But why electric vehicle companies, especially the startups, collecting money without showing a final product? Especially Emote Electric, you collected 999 rupees for Surge 6K,
Yeah.
and 1199 rupees for Surge 10K. And are
Yes.
these companies delaying the delivery date so that more interest can be gained from customers pre-booking money?
No, that's not really why. Because for us, we have never really taken pre-bookings in order to try to raise money. It does help with that, but it's never actually.
So you haven't tried it, which means to say some companies are trying like that.
Yeah, but I don't want to speak for anybody else. I can speak for myself. So, yeah, for us, we have never really actually tried to say inflate the numbers of pre-bookings or get more than what is organically coming. So far, we have never spent a single rupee on advertisement. So whatever we have is all organic. And the reason, I mean, we could scale this up 10 times by spending some money on marketing and things like that. But the reason we're not doing that is because we've got a healthy number. We are happy with that. And the number that we have currently accounts for at least 3 to 4 months of our production. So we want to make sure that we get these orders fulfilled first before we start taking on, say, thousands and tens of thousands of orders.
And can I tell you one reason why the delay of Surge 10K? Because Emote Electric failed to get enough pre-bookings from the customers. That's one of the reason you failed taking funds from the investors.
That is not really the case. Like I said, we have not really bothered about pre-bookings. We have not spent money on marketing. Some other companies spend many crores. We can't afford that anyway, so we don't bother. Okay, if you look at the whole EV ecosystem or the whole EV investment space, bar one or two players, there really has been no investment. So you try to figure out which is the electric vehicle manufacturing company, not the component manufacturing. There's a lot of money that's going into component manufacturing, but vehicle OEM who has excuse me, who has actually raised a significant amount of funding, and there really aren't. Apart from one or two, there aren't any.
Okay, so I will ask you one question, Mr. Pranav. So you are confident about Emote Electric and Surge 10K, right?
Yes.
Okay, definitely you have to be confident, because you know why? What the customers are thinking. How come Emote Electric is so confident that a customer will buy an ugly looking electric bike Surge 10K? I'm sorry to say this, because your main competitor RV400 is completely sports looking bike. And do you think with a design like Surge 10K, you will exist like a competitor for this electric bike, or you just want to remain as a small player in the industry?
Well, we are not trying to remain as a small player. The whole reason we exist is so that we can get as many people to shift to electric as possible. Now, as far as the looks are concerned, we have not really, looks are a very subjective matter. Some people like it, some people hate it. But we are working on improving the look so that more people like it. That said, I don't think our competition is the RV400. It's in fact much higher up. So we would be competing with the 200cc, 250cc bikes and their electric equivalents, not a 125cc equivalent bike. So that way, if you so that way, just because I think most people make this comparison with RV400 because our price is similar, but actually people are getting a great deal in terms of where we have priced it, just from the flexibility that we have, the performance that we have, the various features.
But don't you think if the customers are investing up to 1,30,000 rupees on a performance electric vehicle,
yeah,
don't you believe that they want something looking good? For example, they want to show it to their friends. See, my biking is looking good. Don't you think they need such kind of votes?
Yeah, of course. But like I said, see, it's a very subjective thing. Some people like a certain kind, some people like a very different kind. And we are trying to make sure that more people, that our design appeals to more people than fewer. See, like someone might like a very retro kind of looking bike. Somebody wants it to be hyper modern. Someone wants it like really simple. Somebody likes a lot of cuts and even fake air inlets, things like that. So it's quite subjective. Now you can't have a design that appeals to every single person, but we can try and have a design that appeals to say maybe 80% or 90% of the people. So we are working on that. I think right now we are split at maybe 50-50, 50% like, 50% don't like. So we can of course do better, we can improve, and we are improving. We are making changes to the bodywork. Our bodywork also is unique in that it has a functional element to it. So we are using that to reduce the drag and also to channel the airflow better to the parts that need the cooling, like the motor. That way we can sustain the peak performance for longer. So that is what complicates matters a bit. And because it's tied in with the performance aspect of it, we have got limited freedom in terms of what we can do for the looks.
Okay. So anyway, why E-mode? I just want to ask this question from the customer side.
Yeah.
E-mode Electric don't have a fully ready factory, still showing prototypes. Why you are playing hide and seek with your customers by showing repeatedly the prototype versions?
Well, we have to save something for the final launch event, right? It's not about playing hide and seek. We would have given regular updates, but we have not. We are a little behind on getting some of these things patented because, like I said, we are all R&D. We don't have a separate legal department that goes into patenting and all. And before we can give out any updates, we need to make sure that we have at least filed the patent. So while we would like to share quite a bit about all the technology that's going into the bike, we have not been able to do that. Because if we show it to people, then it becomes prior art, and then we cannot get a patent on that anymore. Becomes difficult.
But it's almost 3 years, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but we are just a little behind on that aspect. So it probably.
Okay. Now let me put this question in this way. Your bike Surge 10K not approved for FAME 2 scheme subsidies. You are still waiting for it. Then how come your team announced subsidiary price of 1,30,000 rupees? Without subsidy approval, how come companies announcing delivery dates? Not even E-mode Electric. Even most of the startups are doing such practice. Again, isn't it affect the electric vehicle industry reputation?
Well, see, again, the thing in this is that we work with certain assumptions, right? For the FAME 2 subsidy, we know what is the qualifying criteria, and we meet all of those qualifying criteria. So we don't see any reason why we should not be able to get the FAME 2 subsidy. And same goes with the delivery dates as well. So we work backwards. We see, okay, we need four months for say certification. Once we get our final production spec vehicle in their hands. Now, as long as that doesn't actually happen, we can't commit exactly that, okay, yes, it's 4 months. Even in certification, I have known some things that can be in certification for a year, 2 years, 3 years even. If they have not done their homework right. So provided you have done the homework right, your parts are all up to spec, you can get the certification done in 3 to 4 months.
If you know the game rules, you know everything, right? You said what is the qualification criteria, then why E-mode Electric is restricting themselves for the first round and semi-finals, not reaching to the finals?
I'm not sure what that means, but
You mean to say, I mean to say you unveiled the product, again you started prototypes and still unclear about the delivery dates of the vehicle.
well, we don't want to now promise a delivery date that we cannot meet, but most likely we are looking to have a launch event probably by the end of January and start delivering from within 2 or 3 months, so about April.
Okay, so here are some of the subscribers' questions that they want to ask you. You can answer these questions as short as possible. Is Surge 10K a family bike or not?
It's not a family bike. We have another one in the wings that will be a family bike. But this is not. This is a sports bike.
Okay, your electric bike comes with gearbox. Does it require maintenance?
It's very minimal. So you only have to change the oil once at 1,000 kilometers and then every 25-30,000 kilometers. That's it.
What about service offering from Emote Electric?
Well, the service, at least in the initial phases, so all the servicing will be done at the dealership cum service centers. Now, because we won't be able to set up dealerships at once from all the areas that we got pre-bookings, we have a tie-up with TVS Auto Assist, and they are already present in 22 cities. Now, apart from that, I mean, they're growing the network as well every single day. And apart from that, there will always be an option that wherever we do have the service centers, people can always get it done there. Otherwise, it will be a
So you're going to start dealerships all over India?
Yes, but the dealerships will start only from the major cities in India. So we can't, of course, at once go into all the tier 2, tier 3 cities. The dealerships will be in the largest cities.
So which city you will start delivering your electric bike first?
So for everybody who's pre-booked, I think there's some confusion here. For everybody who's pre-booked, we are going to deliver the vehicles to them, or at least to the nearest urban center that we can deliver to. The only question here now is how are they going to get their vehicle serviced? Now, if it is part of the TVS Auto Assist network, then certainly there is no issue. Or if our showroom is already there, not an issue. But we are always telling people that little bit of servicing is there. It's not complicated. They can even do it themselves, and we can always, maybe if there are enough people who have booked in that particular area, we can always dispatch an engineer to come over and do whatever maintenance and servicing is there. But if it's a really
Is
remote
Surge 10K
area,
comes with boot space?
yes, it does. You get boot space even if you've got 3 batteries in there, and the boot space is more than enough to put your charger and some other things. And this is with 2 extra batteries. Now, if you don't have those 2 extra batteries, you've got totally 50 liters of boot space, which is more than enough to put your backpack or your helmet or charger. So definitely.
Okay, what type of material used in this electric bike body and chassis?
The chassis is high strength steel, and the body work is a it's mostly a polymer plastic, ABS.
So is Surge 10K electric bike batteries comes with grade A cells, and what is the battery type and the life cycles?
Well, yeah, they are the best cells that you can buy. They are grade A, and the battery chemistry is lithium manganese oxide. They are good for 1200 charge cycles.
Okay, and is the dashboard comes with touch screen or normal display?
Well, it comes standard with a normal display, but there is an option to fit it out with a touchscreen. But really, we don't see too much use for that.
So it does comes with navigation assist, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, the Surge 10K monoshock suspension is adjustable or not?
Yeah, it is fully adjustable. You got 5 different settings you can adjust it to.
And your electric bike can be charged with a Type 2 and CCS Type 2 connectors?
Well, we are not compatible with Type 2, but because that's not part of the Bharat DC Bharat DC 001 standard. As part of the standard, we need to have a GBT connector and its protocol. So we are compatible with that. So we are compatible with DC fast chargers.
And why has the company not provided a single update from last 1 year?
Well, I wasn't aware it's been 1 year, but we will work on that. We will probably put out a couple of updates, and I think we've got a few interesting updates coming up in December itself. So yeah, I guess just a couple of weeks.
And one subscriber asked this question: if you are accepting pre-bookings all around India, why delivering the bike in limited cities?
No, we are delivering it all over India. So wherever people are, we are delivering it at least to the nearest urban center, if not right to the doorstep. Yeah, I think it's just some misconception or some miscommunication here, but we are delivering to wherever they are booked from.
Due to the additional 2 batteries weight, will the range decreases?
Well, yes and no. So if you're the 2 additional batteries add up to 50 kilos. So if you're using, but if you're drawing power only from one single battery pack, then yes, practically your range will reduce by a little bit, maybe by about 5%. But if you're using all 3 batteries to supply power to the vehicle, then practically you should see an increase in range, not a decrease.
Okay. And what are the color options you will provide with Surge 10K?
Well, we are looking at white, blue, green, red. Yeah, just about those 4 for now.
Okay. And what is the battery cost for Surge 10K?
The battery cost as of now is about 60,000 rupees, including GST and everything else. We are looking to possibly increase the size of the battery pack. So in which case then the cost will increase proportionally.
And will you charge money for 4G connectivity?
Yes, because the 4G connectivity and the navigation things, they're all optional. We don't bake them into the price of the vehicle. So we will charge something like 200 a month for this 4G and navigation connectivity options. But we are also working on maybe like a one-time payment that the customer can do when they buy the bike, so that then they don't have to bother with the subscription cost at all.
What will be the range if someone rides this Surge 10K with a top speed of 120 km per hour?
Well, the range will reduce quite a bit. So you can expect something like maybe 60, 65.
Okay. With a single battery?
With a single battery, yes.
Okay. And here is the final question, and you mentioned already, but please repeat that again. When will you launch Surge 10K in the market, and what are the exact delivery dates of the test rides and the delivery dates?
Well, yeah, like I said, we are trying to have a launch event in January itself, possibly the end of January. Worst case, I guess February would be when we do the launch. The delivery dates, I can't really give you a specific figure right now, but again, we are targeting April or latest by May.
And thank you so much, Mr. Pranav Singanpalli, for answering all the customer doubts about Emote Electric. But I just want to say that still customers are unclear about the delivery dates because you are still unclear of it.
Yeah, well, we don't know. I'm being totally honest here, so I don't want to give anybody any false hopes right now.
But at least tell me one thing. Can we at least expect the launch of Surge 10K in 2022?
Yes, of course. Yeah, you can.
Okay, that's the good news from the CEO of Emote Electric. For genuine information about electric vehicles, please to subscribe to Electric Vehicle channel, and for fast updates, please to follow our Facebook page, Telegram group, and our website.
Go green, go electric. Thank you.